Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Happy Monday morning. This is Regenerative Life Wayne coming at y'all. And I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about what's going on in the country as far as the two parties, the Democrat Party, the Republican Party, and the president. We are almost at the end of the month. November the 1st is coming. The Democrat Party has shut down the government and refused to open the government back up because of what's going on politically with the illegal migrant crisis and so forth, etc. And what I wanted to talk about this morning was that we have about 40 million people who are on SNAP benefits, which is AKA food stamps. 40 million people, which is 12.3% of the American population, I believe, something like that. And I'm talking about is how you have one political party, the Democrat Party, who's actually punishing their own Democratic voters, punishing them by denying them their e-benefits, their SNAP, their AKA food stamps. And as I sit here, I just got through feeding some of my large bluegill in this 100-gallon bluegill aquaponics tank, one of my systems. You just saw my bluegill fish eating. This right here, people, is called being self-sustainable. This right here is called providing food for yourself and your family in a time of need. In a time of need. How to be more self-sustainable. How to grow your own food. We have become too codependent in America. We have become too codependent, where we allow the corrupt government system to provide all of our needs as far as food, housing, etc. But we live in a democratic society. You don't have to do this. You can grow your own food. You can start to learn how to grow your own food, harvest your own solar power, energy, harvest your own water to be more self-sufficient. We need to be more self-sufficient to where if one party of our government fails us and shuts the whole system down, you'll have something to eat. You will have something to eat, like these delicious bluegill fish. There's large bluegill in here. I think there's about 25 large bluegill in this system. 25 large bluegill. And they're growing food right now in this aquaponics system, which I'm going to show you here. They're growing cabbage. They're growing collard greens. They're growing red leafy mustard greens. All in this one system. So that's vegetables and protein all in one system, all grown organically, and it doesn't cost me anything. We as people have to start living outside the box. Stop being mass consumers and producers of nothing. When you become a mass consumer and a producer of nothing, guess what? You belong to the government. You belong to Babylon, the Matrix. You are caught up. You are totally dependent on government to feed you, house you, clothe you, and everything. You have become a modernized slave, really. So that's what I want to talk about. When you become more self-sufficient, when you start growing your own food, when you start investing into the stock market, I invest into the stock market. You're providing many ways to feed yourself, many ways to make money without the government, to be more self-sustainable. See this right here? These are all cabbages right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 cabbages in here. I have lots of dark greens sprouting right now in here. There's collard greens and mustard greens sprouting that I planted it from seed in here also, that are growing in this aquaponics grow bed. All fertilized by the bluegill I just showed you. All that rich organic nitrate fish fertilizer is going in right now. See that? See that? And over there, fish waste that was nitrite converted into nitrate by the beneficial bacteria that live in the filters. And everything is growing so well. See that? See that? See that? See that? See that? They're all sprouting now. These are all sprouting. There's another one. Sprouting. So the goal is to have all this filled with cabbage, mustard greens, and collard greens. That's my goal. And what I'm doing now is I'm adding another bed just like this one right next to this one. There'll be 2 beds again in here, since I figured out how to have a better system to have 2 beds growing in here better than last time. So I'm going to have 2 beds in this, large beds in this system, growing lots of different vegetables and greens. All those greens. Lady Nature does what it does. Grow me some food. This right here is my food stamps. This right here is my AK SNAP benefits. All done by me. The government can't cut this off. The Democrats can't cut this off. The Republicans can't cut this off. Grow some food. Be more self-sustainable. Stop being sheep. Stop being sheep. Start being consumers. At the end of the day, we have to save ourselves because no one's coming to save us. Peace.